am so grateful. It's just been fantastic. But I do expect it to come back. I know that's just me in my mind, you know. It's not a reasonable thought, because I should be just happy that it's not there and get on with life. Probably about the 7th of July last year. I started feeling fluey. I couldn't not work because there's no one to cover for me, so I carried on working, taking paracetamols, you know, just think I've got flu. And then it just hit me on Friday. I used to be an elite marathon runner, and I was cycling a lot at the time. I'm a competitive cyclist now, so apparently I've depleted my immune system. Don't know how, but I did, and the virus got in and basically attacked my receptors in my brain and the nerves in both arms. It was horrendous. I would have jumped out the window eventually, because I just couldn't stand it. It's hard to describe. I've never felt pain like it. I used to race motorbikes when I was young, in my teens, so I've broken loads of bones and nothing like that. I've not felt anything like that before. And basically the doctor said, if you've got a dog and it poos on the floor, it leaves a stain, and that's what this virus has done to my receptors in my brain and the nerve in my arm. What did he call it? Radial nerve down my arm into these two fingers and up the back of my arm. Basically, that's it. It was a virus.
Even though I've got this red, sharp ache pain.
Even though I've got this red, sharp ache pain.
And it's constant. Because my brain thinks I'm in danger.
My brain thinks I'm in danger.
But I'm not.
And I'm not.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, I'm just going to tap through the points. This ache pain.
This ache pain.
This constant pain.
This constant pain.
My brain thinks I'm in danger.
My brain thinks I'm in danger.
But I'm not.
But I'm not.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
This remaining pain.
My shoulder and arm.
This remaining red pain.
This remaining red pain.
Okay. Just to check in and see if it's changed at all, if it's moved, or if the colour's changed, or...
It's not moved.
It's not moved.
I'm not sure if it's any different. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so
really.
Just if it had a colour again, would it still be red?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, if that had an emotion attached to it, what would it be?
Hate.
Okay, even though
Even though
I've got all this hate in my arm.
I've got all this hate in my arm.
I've got this red hate pain.
Even though I've got this red hate pain.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
This remaining pain.
This remaining pain.
This remaining hate pain.
This remaining hate pain.
My brain.
I'm safe now.
I give myself permission.
I give myself permission
to release this pain.
to release this pain.
To release this hate.
To release this hate.
That's been stuck in my arm.
It's been stuck in my arm.
This constant pain.
Constant pain.
Constant hate pain.
Constant hate pain.
Stuck in my arm.
Stuck in my arm.
Just check back in with it for me.
It's dying down.
It's dying down a bit. Okay, so what is it now, Paul? Just describe it to me.
It's still a nerve pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like an ache.
An ache.
It's like backache. So it just doesn't go away. It's going down now.
What's the intensity now from 0 to 10?
I think I probably have to really concentrate on it, because I expect it to be whatever it is. 6, 7.
Getting quite hot. Could you feel yourself getting hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my arm's very hot as well.
Okay. Your face, I can feel the heat in your face. Just checking in, back in for me, Paul.
It's around about 5. It normally goes down to a 4. It's about its resting point, and I can get on with things. It's around about 5. Well, it does feel like I can do things if you. It feels
Right.
like I can get on with doing what I've got to do.
Okay, so what would be the emotion attached to that now?
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? I never thought about it before. It's still hate. It's still. It's a dislike, I suppose. Because the pain's going down, you don't feel like it's hate, do you? It's dislike.
Dislike, okay. So let's just do a few rounds on that. So even though I've got this remaining dislike in my arm,
I've got this remaining dislike in my eye,
I feel like I can do things.
I feel like I can do things.
The pain's gone down,
The pain has gone down,
but it's still there.
but it's still there.
It's always there.
It's always there.
Never goes less than a 4.
It never goes less than a 4.
That's okay,
That's okay.
even if it's not okay.
Even if it's not okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm okay.
I like
All this dislike
all this dislike
trapped in my right arm.
trapped in my right arm.
All this dislike.
All this dislike.
This constant dislike.
It's constant dislike.
This constant dislike.
It's constant dislike.
When I'm saying that, Paul, because I could see your eyes flicking. Were you thinking about something then? Were you thinking about other things that you dislike, or?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
What? Do you mind me asking what you were thinking about? Just checking back in with your arm for me.
I don't really feel anything. Yeah, it's still there. I'm not worried about it, it don't bother me. It's oh God, why didn't you give that a number? I can't even give it a number, I've not felt it that low. It doesn't bother me at all.
What about if you were to move your arm, Paul? Because I can see you're hesitant to actually move it.
Yeah.
So just take care of yourself, but just if you were to sort of move it slightly.
There it goes up. When I open my shoulder up, it goes up.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so even though when I open my shoulder up,
it
goes up.
goes up.
So just check in. I just want to.
It feels hot.
Oh, you've moved it up though. You've actually moved it.
Yeah.
It feels hot.
It's an ache. It's an ache.
Is it the same type of ache?
No. No. Feels like if you've been in the gym and your muscles ache afterwards.
Okay, so what's going on when you do that now?
It's painful, but
How long's it been since you've been able to do that though?
I've done this 3 times since July.
Right, okay, and how, because you're doing it before when you went to do it, it was kind of straight away, so you're opening up more, right? So you're getting to where before you start feeling that pain? Just show me where you're getting to. Getting to there, yeah.
You get scared to do it.
Okay,
So
even though
I'm
scared to do it.
I'm scared to do it.
Because it's created so much pain in the past.
Because it's created so much pain in the past.
So much pain that I couldn't cope with it.
So much pain that I couldn't cope with it.
So I don't do it often.
So I don't do it often.
So I've got this fear of opening it up.
So I have this fear of opening it up.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's natural.
That's natural.
And it's healthy for me to look after myself.
It's healthy for me to look after myself.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Even though I get this pain.
Even though I get this pain.
When I open it up.
When I open it up.
And I'm scared to open it up too much.
I'm scared to open it up too much.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Even though
Even though
I've got this pain when I open it up.
I've got this pain when I open it up.
Not as intense as it was.
Not as intense as it was.
And I can open up more.
And I can open up more.
But I'm frightened of going any further.
But I'm frightened of going any further.
In case I trigger something.
In case I trigger something.
And that's totally okay.
And that's okay. And
I don't have to open it up if I don't. That's okay. Take care. You've gone further out.
Yeah. I feel like I want to move it. It feels warm, but I've never felt that before. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. Because I've never been before. Normally this hand is freezing cold.
And
because the nerve doesn't tell it to warm up. And normally this hand is freezing all the time.
Oh, it's normal. It's the same as the other one.
Yeah. That's normally freezing cold all the time. So I keep it in my pocket. Keep my hand in my pocket all the time. I'm not scared of it, if you know what I mean. If I was with my physio now, I'd probably push past what he wanted me to do.
If you were to just move it up without looking at it, as in even just to do a little movement, could you just try that without it affecting you, without it hurting you? Would it hurt?
I don't know.
Have a little try.
Most movement hurts to different degrees. The only way not to look at it is to have my eyes shut.
There was no wincing.
No. It was, I could feel it. I could feel the pain in it. But I touched the cushion with that side of my arm, so I knew that it was moving.
And what did the pain feel like? It's like a dull ache that. It's not something unless you've been injured or something, you won't worry. I won't worry about it. So it's like is it more like a muscular
thing?
It's a
muscular ache that, if I didn't have this, it wouldn't bother me at all. I wouldn't even register it. Yeah.
So tell me, how were you when you left the practice the other day? How was the rest of the day, and how have you been since? Just sort of tell me what's been happening.
It's been exactly the same as when I left, and it was fine. I haven't had to take tablets all day. I just take them in the morning and the evening now. I don't need them during the day, to be honest. The pain is different. It's more because it feels like it's more because I haven't used it for 9 or 10 months rather than the pain that was there. It feels more like that.
I can see with your arm that your arm is actually out. Oh,
It's here now.
So you're actually sort of moving it around now, whereas before it was kind of stuck to your side a bit.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Joanne even says I talk with my hands now. Well, I didn't before.
I can see you, so you can sort of do that now, basically.
I can hold my hands up. It's very stiff. It is sore, but it's not the same as it was.
Much information as I can give you, really, because I don't know how it works.
I mean, for me, it works. So. I do still question it because it is scary when it happens to you. It's very scary because you do. If I had to live like that, I would probably commit suicide because I know it really sounds overboard, but you can't live like that. I probably had 7 hours of it, and I was at the end of my tether. I was literally, I had to be hospitalised. I was taken away in an ambulance. So you just it's engulfing. It engulfs you, and takes over your every thought. And then when doing what you've done and it's had that result, you sort of can't believe it, if you know what I mean. You're sort of living, well, this could come back, and you get scared a little bit. It's a little bit scary that it can come back.
We always work on our bodies, we exercise, we go to the gym, we eat well, but whoever really works up there?
And you forget that, don't you? You forget that. It's probably the most powerful part of us.
Of course, absolutely.
Driving is much easier. I mean, I used to drive. My car, I took it off the road because it wasn't no point in. It cost me a lot of money just to keep my car. But it's a bit heavy car, so I couldn't drive it because I couldn't hold on with this hand. You know, gripping the steering wheel is okay, but I couldn't hold my arm up to hold the steering wheel. It was too painful. So I used to drive with one hand, enjoying it. So now I can drive pretty well. I don't think I'm doing anything extra other than it's easier to do everything. It's, you know, because I did have to push through it, because there are things you have to do, you know, and it's just so much easier now. And, you know, just making the bed is really difficult. You've got to shake the quilt, and I just couldn't do that. And now now I can. The simple things are probably the biggest thing, because they're things you can avoid if you can avoid them. The simple things are the ones you miss, aren't they? The big things you don't do so often, I suppose. Everything is much easier. Just I cope now, if you know what I mean. And it's great not taking so many tablets. I hate taking medicine. I don't believe they don't kill you, do they? They just mask everything. And that my own way of thinking is I shouldn't mask pain, because pain is telling me something is wrong. You know, so I had to change that when I started to take these painkillers. You know, because if you run a marathon, it hurts, and you need to know it's hurting, because you know how hard to run or to slow down. And so to have something masking pain wasn't normal for me. It's great not to take all them tablets. And I know specifically the tablets I was taking, or I am taking, a lot less now, do cause IBS in the long run, which would just be another medical condition that I could really do well. As I said, that's just struck a chord, actually. Because even when you ask me what number do you give your pain, I always go back to the day it started, and even the things that happened during work that day. The build up to the whole day, and that's how I see it when I think about that. It's not just that pain is a number 10. I have to go back and remember it, but I can remember it, and it really doesn't mean anything. It's not the same.
I want to work with people that have no belief whatsoever in anything, really, if possible, and get them on the ladder of actually opening up and then starting to look at health in a different way.
Absolutely, yeah. It's given me a different way of thinking about health as well. You know, things that I was doing. You know, I didn't know my mind was as powerful as it is then. It was obviously what you did is just psychology, isn't it? There's no physical side of that, is there? Other than the tapping, I suppose. So it is just the mind, isn't it? I am so grateful. I am so grateful. It's just been fantastic. But I do expect it to come back. I know that's just me in my mind. You know, it's not a reasonable thought, because I should be just happy that it's not there and get on with life. But you live with it long enough, you expect it, and it hasn't yet. And it hasn't yet, and it's not even gone over a number 2. You know, I'm down to a number 2. I'm at number 2 when I've done things. Not if I've sat about all day and done nothing. Then I'm not even number 2. It doesn't even affect me. If I do a lot, then I can feel something. And I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with it. What can I say? It's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.